Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we are reading from the quotations of Srila Bhakti Krisnha Maharaj. It is an extended book of Prapanna Jivanamritam. It was compiled by Bhakti Prapanna Maharaj. And a lot of abbreviations here. Srila Bhakti Krisnha Maharaj. Okay. Here we have a shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam 285. Ravishtakarna Randrena Svanam Bhava Saroruham Muloti Samalam Krishna Salilasya Yatasharat. The sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, the Srimad Bhagavatam, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee, sits on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, and thus cleanses the dust of material association, such as lust, anger, and hankering. Thus it acts like autumnal rain upon pools of muddy water. Very interesting comparison. Autumn rain on muddy pools of water, which get cleaner and cleaner as the rain falls on it. We know that the connection with the present enjoying mood brings a painful reaction. We can realize that we cannot leave it behind. We cannot cut off the connection completely in the stage of sadhana, spiritual practice. Still, we have no other alternative. Our affinity for the positive truth should be increased more and more. And gradually our affinity for paraphernalia and obligations will all disappear. Also repeatedly we may not be successful. Still, we will be unable to give up the idea. We will attempt again and again to make progress towards the truth. And when we are unsuccessful, our heart will ache to think that we are defeated by the enemies who are all around us. But the fire of Krishna consciousness is there. And that fire is not to be quenched. It is a spark. So the fire will continue, and the day will come when the enemies that are surrounding us will have to retire once and for all. One day we will find that Krishna has gradually captured our whole heart, and the others have retired forever. They are no longer present to trouble us in our mental circle. We will find that those unwanted things were like mushrooms. They came out from the mental soil. Now they have gone and died. They have all gone away. And Krishna alone is in the heart. And that is full of Krishna, full of the Krishna conception. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur once instructed a disciple at the time of initiation into the Hare Krishna mantra that Krishna should be allowed to land in our hearts. Just as an enemy is landed by the navy, an army is carried by a ship, and when they have landed, the fight begins, and, the, and they capture the country. Just as Julius Caesar said, Veni vidi vici, I came, I saw, I conquered. So we have to allow Krishna to land in our heart. Then unwanted things are sure to withdraw, and Krishna consciousness will capture the whole heart. Somehow or other, from a pure devotee, a bit of real Krishna consciousness should enter through our ears into our hearts, and Krishna will supply whatever is required. One who has imbibed even a slight regard for Krishna consciousness is assured of success in spiritual life today or tomorrow. We may have created, no, we may have erected high walls on all sides to protect ourselves so that Krishna consciousness may not enter. But Krishna is a thief, and a thief requires no invitation. No preparation is necessary for his welcome. He will enter by his own, for his own interest. Our consolation, our solace is Krishna is a thief. Maya has erected her high walls on all sides, but nothing is sufficient to stop Krishna consciousness. Krishna is a thief, and stealthily he will enter one day. A devotee may become hopeless, thinking, the enemy is within my own house. Kingsmen are my enemies. I am hopeless. We may become disappointed, but Krishna consciousness will not leave anyway. Krishna will persevere, and in due course of time he will conquer. And other things, no matter how closely related they may be in private and well-protected rooms in our hearts, will have to go. They must take leave from every corner of our heart. Krishna will conquer. Krishna will capture the whole thing. The unwanted lusty desires of our hearts are foreign things. They're only like mushrooms, and like mushrooms they come out. They have no permanent stability or root. They are not rooted to the soil. We may think that what we have stored in our hearts is very near and dear, that it is already mixed with us as a part of our existence. But when Krishna consciousness enters, they will all float like mushrooms. After all, they are mushrooms. They have no footing, no connection with the soil. They are only floating. All material interests are only floating on the surface. They are not deeply rooted within and without the whole of our existence. Only Krishna consciousness has its existence everywhere, within all parts of our existence. So the mushrooms will have to vanish one day. That is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam. Pravishta Karnarandrena Svanam Bhava Saroruham. When Krishna enters the heart through the ear, he captures the lotus of our heart and then gradually makes all the dirt in the heart disappear. Just as when the autumn season comes, all the water everywhere becomes pure. So also when Krishna enters our heart, all the impurities within will gradually vanish, and only Krishna will remain forever. By accepting the path of devotion, a wholesale transformation of our internal system begins, and gradually our charm for the outside world vanishes. There is a war within, and when the Krishna conception enters into the heart of a devotee, all other thoughts and ideas gradually have to retire. When the autumn season appears, the mud within the water vanishes. In the same way, when the Krishna conception enters into one's heart, all our conceptions and aspirations will gradually have to retire, leaving Krishna in possession of everything. When a real drop of Krishna consciousness enters the heart, all opposition forces must leave, and Krishna will conquer and take possession of the whole. Victory, Gaur Purnima, a new year of Krishna consciousness, conquest. Well, I offer my humble obeisance to my Guru Varga, especially Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and to my beloved Shiksha Sannyas Guru, Srila Bhakti Rakshita Maharaj. His expression is so touching. Actually, whenever somebody speaks about Krishna, there's always victory on his side, because he's talking of the supreme conqueror. He's talking of the supreme truth. So whatever comes in as a relative offer, that is not very charming nor very powerful. On our mental stage, as we are more Tama and Brajaguna, we still get invaded. We still get disturbed by this type of influence. But in truth, they cannot overpower the most beautiful influence of Krishna Bhakti. They cannot. So this is a very substantial. No en la puerta porque llega más gente, entonces no puede entrar. Siéntese más al centro. Porfa. So, Premamjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena, Shanta Shadaiva Rida Yeshu Vilokayanti Yang Shamasundara Machinta Guna Swarupam, Govinda Maripurusham Tamahambaji. This Lord Krishna is so wonderful. He's a primeval Lord, who is Shamsunda, Krishna himself, with inconceivable, innumerable attributes. When the pure, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts with the eye of devotion, tinged with the salve of love. We have a competition going on. And that competition is in your own hands. How much Maya do you allow to be contemplated by your mind? How much concern do you have for the mundane? And how much realization you have to say, forget it, Maya. Get out of my life. Gauranga, come in. You are now the Lord of my heart. You're the owner of my heart. You're the owner of my life. Yes, people are very attracted to money, to sex, to fame. Undoubtedly, this is a very powerful Tamaguna energy. It has captured the entire world. But then again, you see how ordinary it is. When somebody is on an ego trip and thinks, I am the most important, everybody goes, bleh. Somebody says, oh, my white skin is the justification for me to feel superior to others. Everybody goes, stupid you are. Then if you say, I am from a famous rich country, Therefore, my passport is this, and I get visa everywhere in the world, and therefore I'm better human being. What? Better human being because of a piece of paper? Are you really so mad? This is completely useless. And you can be assassinated, you can be everything. The same way is with the valuables. Like we have valuables, we have diamonds, rubies, we have sapphires, we have golden necklaces. Yes, they look charming. They look charming, but then you have an imitation made by some plastic. It looks almost the same. So the one is cost $1, the other is cost 100. Now, if you have the one with the $100,000, then the next corner, a thief is going to kill you and take away your necklace. So it is all the world of illusion. Everything is recreated, especially in the world of plastic. Everything is imitated. Everything is recreated. And even if you have something, like you may have a dress full of gold, but if nobody loves you, if nobody appreciates you, just like this big ego, megalomaniacs, no? They are like, oh, I'm the big this, I'm a big this, my country is the biggest, yeah. But everybody goes, it stinks, stinking, you know. Pratishta, Vishukara Vishta. That means pratishta, it smells like the stool of a hog. This is you may have it, you may not have it, but you have nothing. It is all, if you're an egotistic person, you have millions of dollars in the bank and people are starving around you, then what will people think about you? Vomit. This guy is so horrible. He keeps the money, there the children are starving. Oh, and he thinks I'm the great guy. I have invested money, all bitcoins, and that is horrible. It just gives nothing. So if you let Krishna come into your heart, he will drive away all this nonsense. He will kick it out. Just like another sensitive issue, lust. Lust invades the mind because we are in the world of lust. Big demons are full of lust. The ants are full of lust. The snakes are full of lust. So no wonder you are also full of lust. And what is this lust? Basically some imagery. Like you imagine something. But the reality of lust is, like, for example, you can satisfy your lust 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 100 times, 5,000 times. But this lust has no equivalence, no comparison to begetting a child. Once a child is begotten, then whatever lust was there is nothing. And lust without wanting to have a child, it is just a mushroom, like here says. It's a stupid mushroom and it smells bad. Because how easy, how quickly, like when lust is there, lust is something very produced on the level of physics and imagination. And it can develop, and it often does develop, in a mentality of masturbation. Or worse, instead of masturbation, rape. Somebody wants to rape another person. But can you imagine rape? Rape? It's a crime, number one. It is not a satisfaction. It is just some ugliest of the explosions of lust. Nothing. And the person who's enjoying that rape lust, he doesn't even know the name of the other person. He doesn't even care whether that other person is happy, has a good life, nothing. Just I use you for my momentarily pleasure. And that's not only in the case of rape, that's also in the case of the false promise of creating in the other person the feeling, oh, he loves me, he will give me protection, he will provide for my life. Because last not least, how does a woman get a man to pay all the bills? That's a good question, no? Because a woman, when she gets pregnant, she needs somebody to look after. She needs somebody to pay the bills. So what arms she has? Yes, she has a charming smile. Maybe she looks very elegant. Maybe she dresses. We have a term in our world which is called sexy. Maybe she is having some lust appeal. But nothing. And it is disgusting. Why when people are in the world of lust, they're always tortured. They're always chastised. But again, I say it, the real purpose of sex is begetting a child. Oh, begetting a child. And of course, you want to beget a child in a marriage. You don't want to have a pregnant woman and then she's thinking, oh my God, how I cannot show anybody that I'm pregnant because everybody asks, who's the father? The father, I met him around the corner. Where is he now? I don't know. What? You made baby with some stupid idiot in the street? What kind of a horror is that? And then nobody wants to look, nobody wants to help this woman. But she is a mother. She is going to have a baby. So to have anything to do with sex without the wanting to have children and protect, yes, that is disgusting. So lust is a mushroom. It's a horrible mushroom which takes you away from the meaning of life. But it is powerful because we are not giving our love to Krishna. So my love in my heart, which is so strong, who am I going to give my love? And then we don't know, there's nobody. Then we go, oh, my life is going on, I don't know what to do with my love. Because you have not let Krishna come in your heart. You have not taken the Bhagavatam. You have not kicked out the Maya. Because this is all Maya. Because even lust, I mean, to be honest, anybody who has a child and works 20 years to bring up a child and to give the best to the child he can't be all bad. Right? Because you're working for somebody. You work for the child. You work for your wife. And that's why this whole thing is happening. Look at the animal kingdom. It's very funny. If you want to see the mushrooms in the animal kingdom, usually there's some females. They're just like looking innocent. Yeah, we don't know. And all of a sudden a big male comes. Hey, I'm here, the big enjoyer. And then they say, we don't know, let's see. Then another big male comes. No. This is my harem. This is where I'm going to enjoy. And then the other guy, you know me know you, me know you. And then boom, 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 boom. You see? It's happening in many species. Birds, snakes, bulls, everywhere. Fighting for who is going to be the boss. Even the tigers and the lions, they have to fight sometimes in order to get a spouse. They have to be beaten and eaten and killed. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. And human beings are not better. They are also always fighting. They only have different style. Hmm? But it is lust, the mushroom of lust, which is simply a product of not having let Krishna come into your heart. Only Krishna can get rid of this lust. And here it is explained so beautiful, because Krishna corresponds to everything. Now, the interesting is that all this doesn't contradict the fact someone getting married and having a nice family for Krishna. There's nothing wrong with having a beautiful family in Krishna consciousness. It's glorious. Yes, we could say that the sannyasis, they will say, well, he's still an enjoyer, he's still a grihasta. But that is only one point of view. Maybe he is a spiritual master, that grihasta. Many of the spiritual masters in the past, they were grihastas. Srinivasacharya, the famous guru, he was a grihasta. So when such famous, beautiful devotees had wife and children, then what are you going to talk about here? It's not about this. We are talking about the mushrooms of lust, the ego of lust. And that ego of lust, that I am the enjoyer, I have the right. It may transform in many different forms. Like when you're not hunting after lust, maybe you're hunting after followers. Maybe you're hunting after your name and fame. For the name and fame, people are behaving also very strange. That is where the envy enters into the life of a person. Envious of somebody else who has something. But like I say, you get the fame, you get the name, you get people who are like enthused with you, but the best example is the selfie. It is so beautiful, the selfie, because the selfie means selfish. Now, oh, you're so nice looking, let me take a picture. And then I was with this beautiful woman there. Oh, she was so great. Look, that's me with her. And here I'm with Elon Musk, you know. Can you imagine me with Elon Musk? Then you can imagine what kind of a guy I am, you know. If Elon Musk is hanging around with me, you know. So the whole idea of the selfie, that is the whole problem of name, fame, glory. It's the same old story. You're working hard like an ass for nothing more but a selfie. Huh? You want to get a selfie with the Pope or with Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, confirmed. You're just working for your selfish thing. They buy a car, then they take a picture. Me and my car. This is my Mercedes. Or this is my mansion. Look, here I am with my mansion. So this whole idea of how much of that nonsense you allow to go inside of you, that is what Krishna has to come and kick it out. But here in this verse, really something wonderful is being spoken. Wonderful, 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 that if you allow Krishna to come in even a little bit, then he's not going to let you go. He's not going to let you go into the stupid life of mundane lust, anger, greed, envy, all that. Yes, you're struggling there. Get him out. Help. Push it out. And Krishna himself is coming. And he sees, oh, you're too attached. You're too much this. You're too much that. Krishna can also slap you. He can also slap you. What you're doing? What you're still doing here with this nonsense? Wasn't it nonsense? Yes, I know it was nonsense. So that's why I slapped you, so that you wake up. Get rid of this nonsense. Get rid of this worship of money, sex, and fame. These are the three capital stupidities. They don't please anybody. What is an old man with much money and no health? What is that? Only thing he can do is spend his money in hospitals. And that's what they're, one of the biggest industries in this world is stop aging. Stop aging medicines. They have creams and pills and this and that, injections. But if you're afraid, oh, I'm aging, come. Do you have $100,000? For what? For what? You some baby blood. We will put some baby blood in your body. Then you will become baby again. Like you get baby power again. Oh, really? Really? You have that? Yeah, but it's illegal. Doesn't matter. If I can become young again. Yeah, I want some baby blood. Yeah, but you have to get baby blood every week, one injection. Then you will be powerful. You know how many people do that? How many people go into that? All the Satanists and all these people, they are all wanting to enjoy forever. They want to be in this world forever. It is so stupid and so nonsense and so dark. But this, what baby organs, baby blood, this is going on everywhere in the world. Why? Because people are so much in illusion. They want to enjoy this world. If you let Krishna come into your heart, if you listen to the Srimad Bhagavatam, if you listen to a class like this one, then when these invitations, these mayas come to you, you go, no, not with me. I have nothing to do with it. You have nothing to do with lust? Well, a little bit. Yes or no? You want to be younger at the cost of somebody dying? I prefer not to. Can you get at me in another way? There's no other way. Somebody has to die for you to stay young. Well, in this case, let it be somebody from Africa or from somebody far away. I don't have to see them. Out of sight, out of mind. All the hospitals work on that principles. All the hospitals. In South America, there was a hospital. They would bring in the people from the street, like the poor people who are like begging, and so they would come in, we're going to have some good meal for you, and we have some extra clothes for distributing, come in. So they lured such people to come into the hospital in the basement. That was in Barranquilla that happened, no? And then they came in there and pum, they hit them over the head. And they started taking their organs and selling their organs. And then one day, they also hit a person. He fell over. And then they were called for some urgency. And they thought the guy was out. But when he came back to consciousness, he saw where he was in the hospital. And he escaped from there. And he made a big scandal. This hospital is working to kill people for making money. Now the thing is, that's what's going on over the world. The jails, they take people from the jails. In communist country, in China, this very famous case of the Falun Gong, the yoga people from the Falun Gong. They were like very healthy people, all vegetarians. But somehow or other, the government says, Falun Gong, no good. If you're Falun Gong, you go to and then they kill them and to take and make a big business with their organs. This is the material world. Do you want to be in this material world? Or do you go along with what Prabhupada and Sridhar Maharaj says? Get out of here. Make your decision. Get out of the world of nonsense, cheating. It starts, oh, do you want to be young again? Yes, that's a nice idea. What? Just take this pill. And what's inside the pill? Huh? All this nonsense is going on. And this is one of the biggest business of the material world. Selling illusion, destroying human life, destroying children. Everything is just horrible. And here, Srila Sridhar Maharaj gives such a nice explanation. Let Krishna come in, chant one round, listen to the class, kick out the Maya thoughts, kick out that, give all space to Krishna. But he is so nice to say, but Krishna is a thief. He is going to come into you anyway. If you just let him come a little bit, then he's going to make the arrangements and he's going to kick all the nonsense out. So this purport is extremely powerful. What Maharaj says here, you come a little bit with Krishna, you will be saved. Krishna will look after that. He will not allow you to become another idiot in the world of mundane pleasure hunting for that which is just mushrooms, stinky floating mushrooms. That's what it is, the thought of lust. The thought of lust is a stinky mushroom. Think, oh, lust? Having a child? Oh, having a child. Not an easy thing. How you know cannot have a child? Again, they go to the doctor. Again, now we get treatment so that we can have children. And you have this artificial insemination and all this. And then you have a child, and then a child maybe Down syndrome, a healthy child, a happy child. It's not easy to get. It is amazing. Or people can never find the person with whom they want to have a child. That is also very common. To have a child is a blessing. A child is Krishna coming into your life to provide you a field of service. So, and to have a child is so easy, apparently, but to have a disciple, that is a more difficult thing. But the disciple and the child is very similar. They need your full attention. Nothing is cheap. Ask the fathers and the mothers who have brought up children how much blood, sweat, and tears are behind raising a kid. Always anxiety, always difficulties. And sometimes the children, like if you have a few children, they fight amongst each other. They really fight for nothing. Father and mother, they love both of all the children, but they fight. That's how nasty people are in this world. They're nasty. Our mind is nasty. I confess, when I was a young child, the Christmas was coming, then My father, he would play on his fiddle, and he was singing a Christmas carol, and there was a Christmas tree, and the children, they were still kept outside the room, no? Until the baby Jesus was coming to deliver the gifts. So, I'm not lying, it's true. Then when the doors opened to the Christmas tree and the children, we all came in, we looked, and then there was one group of presents for one, another group of presents for another group of presents. We were 4 children in the home. And what would I do? I scanned the size of the packages. Oh, my brother got a very big package, like a bicycle or something, no? I just got a small package. Then even before we opened the packages, we were already like, Envy was invading our heart. And then when finally the opening of the gifts came, and you would open your package, but you would look what the other had in his package. And that same Christmas evening, there was always fight amongst the children. That was my family. Maybe in your family you never experienced that. Maybe you were just beautiful, humble people. But we were nasty. We were nasty kids. Our parents, they were happy, and we made a fight of it right in the Christmas day. So envy is very dangerous. Very dangerous. It makes the good things become negative. Lust, anger, greed, envy. This makes us monsters. So we have to get rid of them. So don't give time to them. Don't give time to them. Chant your rounds. Chant the Maha Mantra. Come to the sadhana bhakti. Listen to the classes. And fill your heart with service. Don't be lazy. Every time of laziness, every time of letting Maya space, how do you let Maya go in? By watching a stupid movie of violence, sensuality, movie of greed, all these kind of things. If you allow them to come in, they're going to stay in there. Another confession I will make to you. When I was around 9 years or 10, I discovered that my father had a library. But that library was hidden behind the books in front. There was another line of books behind. Those books, they were pornography books. Books just talking of material pleasure in the world where you don't know anybody, just enjoyment. And I was a young kid and was reading this, and I was, what is this? And I became so lusty from reading these books, I wasn't even puberty yet. That was coming into my mind. And these things are so strong that now I am an old man of almost 72 years old, and I still remember what was there. I don't remember what I studied in school. So many things. But when it comes to this, I enjoy that it goes deep. The anarthas are very deep rooted in the heart. So you have to get them out by letting the right thing go in. And the right thing is the sound incarnation of Lord Krishna. The Supreme Soul, the Srimad Bhagavatam, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee, sits on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, and thus cleanses the dust of material association such as lust, anger, and hankering. Thus It acts like autumnal rain upon pools of muddy waters. Whew, what a shloka, no? What an information. And we know it's true. The more I hear about Krishna, like look, listen to this one. Prati anga lagikante prati anga mora. Jnanadas says in Vaishnava Padyavali, the anthology of Vaishnava songs, every part of my body cries for the corresponding part of him. That is the Gopi Bhav. The Gopi Bhav, they want to be with Krishna all the way. They want to be hugged by Krishna. That's what they're living for. There is great value in having the company of saints and scriptures without mixing with the robbery of this material world. What is present here at this moment becomes nothing at the next. This is a question. What is present here at this moment becomes nothing at the next. We are not of this world full of treachery. We are disgusted with the treacherous aspects of the world that charms us and engages us in a treacherous soil. Lust is a treacherous soil. It definitely is. But it is so powerful if you don't let Krishna come in. So therefore, let Krishna come in and keep him in sight and preach and make everything according to the spiritual master's recommendations. And what is the recommendation of the spiritual master? Do devotional service. Make something wonderful. You see, I'm very inclined to projects and doing beautiful things because that gives my mind chance to get more absorbed. Like, idle mind is devil's worship. When your mind is not engaged in something nice, then the devil comes in and he wants to make other things. So idle mind. But what you have to do, you have to fill your heart. And it's like that. The illusion is very big. I will not mention any names. But there was a person, he was completely frustrated with his wife. Completely frustrated. They're always fighting. So then he came to a temple, and there was an older woman, but very elegant and with a lot of money. And immediately he said, oh, here is the person who will satisfy me. And he started a relationship with that old woman. While his wife was crying, hey, why are you going somewhere else? Well, she's not fighting with me like you. In the end, the whole illusion broke. But this is how the material world goes. Then we see it in front of our eyes. It's all nonsense. So don't mix into the treacherous world. Don't do it. You. And how can you avoid it? Associate with devotees. Live with devotees. Do things for Krishna. So that you also will be completely captured and just want to be with Krishna in his arms. Can you imagine that? Being in the arms of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like Haridas Thakur. Can you imagine the Supreme Personality of Godhead coming and taking you into his arms? That is the Gopi Bhav. The gopis, they want to be with Krishna, they want to play with him, they want to dance with him. That is their And that is their greatness, because they have chosen Krishna. They have not chosen some stupid hero, some stupid fake hero. And not enough years of experience to come to the conclusion that so-called love in this world is just a handsome illusion. Nobody loves anybody. They just love themselves. And if you fit in to their selfish love, if you can be like another accessory, then you're welcome. But if you're stopping to be an accessory and you start becoming somebody to claim something, it's another word for that. If your accessory starts giving trouble, then you want to get rid of the accessory. And that's what's happening in the world of divorce. Real love there's not. So people get together, okay, now you're convenient with me, I'm okay. Then if you're giving me trouble, then I want to get rid of you. And that's going on. Even it's going on with the parents and the children. Of course, that's a different story. Start their own life, no? But many times the relationship, the parents and the children, is also very mundane. I'm with you if you give me what I want. Otherwise, how many children are there? They never keep a contact with their parents. So how is possible somebody served you for 20 years and then you don't want to see them anymore, and you don't care what then they need anything? My God. Huh? In my own case, I was always torturing my mother. I was always coming to her, you have to become a vegetarian, you have to become a vegetarian, you have to become a vegetarian. And she said, oh, I cannot. Your father is not vegetarian. I have to cook for him. And like that, she suffered because she understood that she should be vegetarian. And finally, my father died. She also became a vegetarian. But that's 14 years of torturing her. Because I told her, you are eating. Because I was very upset. I love my mother so much. And I think my mother will be born like an animal to go to a slaughterhouse because she has cut so many animals in her life. That idea was unbearable to me. That's why I tortured her. I know she... Again, I made the same point. Instead of just leaving her alone. No. Anyhow, in the end, she became a vegetarian and she also took up the Mahamantra and Krishna's mercy. So I feel okay. And my father became vegetarian because the doctor told him no more meat. Anyway, this is a little bit about relationship with your parents, no? Everybody has his own story to tell, no? Because if we want others to become Krishna conscious, then our own family, we also want them to become Krishna conscious. But sometimes it's also like that if you preach in your own town, nobody listens to you. But if you go to another country, some great personality. Like what happened to me when I went to South America. The people were so nice. Oh, you come from Europe. You come here to preach Krishna consciousness. You must be a nice guy. So many people came in this way. They trusted me. Of course, they trusted Prabhupada and Krishna. But like that, like this, Santo in casa no hace milagro. Or nobody is prophet in his own country. So whatever you do, take Krishna in and don't let him go out. That means keep your doors closed for all the other things. Don't let other nonsense things come in. Don't feed the illusion. Like maybe you have been in an airport lane and they have a catalog there. In the catalog they have the type of the fashion designs. No? Oh, do you want to have a Porsche watch? Well, I don't have a Porsche car, but maybe I should have a Porsche watch. And then the other thing, they have kind of the fashionable items which you can buy right there. You can order it right on the airplane. Airplane shopping. And all kinds of stupid things they have. Consumer society. Or have an Italian tie. Oh. Or perfumes. Oh, perfumes. That's the best thing in the world. Some stupid water with a little chemistry in it and $80. Huh? And then you can put a little psh, 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 psh. Now, how do I smell? Well, you smell like a dog. Oh, it was the dog perfume. You know, this is people, for perfumes, people spend tons of money. And all these perfumes are just chemicals. So the world of illusion has many, many, many chapters to offer, but nothing of value. But Krishna consciousness, full value. And you can see Mayapur, full value. You read the Srimad Bhagavatam, full value. You chant the Mahamantra, full value. Or you hang around with devotees, full value. Otherwise, it's all illusion. And the illusion has many, 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 many offers. What about the ghosts? Do you want to see ghosts? Do you want to ask the ghosts about your good luck? Huh? Maybe you can come here. Come on, I have tarot. You know tarot? Come here, let us look. You pull one card, please. Oh, you pulled the angel. Oh, you must have some ability to talk to the angel. Let us ask the angel. Like this, they get people like, oh, you want to know about the subtle worlds, the dead, the ghostly worlds. No, Maya world is very, very, it's a big jungle. Jungle up and jungle down everywhere. But here's the hardcore information from our Guru Deva, from the Shastras. And that is, loving God is the one and only thing really valuable. And God loves you. He does love you. Doesn't matter whether your nose looks like some somebody has hit a brick on it or not, you know? Huh? Or whether one eye looks this way and the other eye looks that way. Huh? Or whether you are walking a little strange, that God loves you any way you are. Jai Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Transcendental Book Distribution, Ki Jai. Because these books, they're treasures. You know, you always must travel with your Krishna book. You always must read these books every day. Then you will be charged with spiritual. Look, I found another one. Sri Naradasya. The futility of sense control by yoga practice. The agitated mind repeated taken captive by its enemy in the form deprivated, rooted in lust and greed, is directly mastered by serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Mukunda. It can never be likewise checked or pacified by practicing the eightfold yoga discipline, which is generally based on sensual and mental repression. Wow. Yoga means sensual and mental repression. Like you wish to, but you force it down. No. But when you practice the bhakti yoga, you let the love come in and the service come in. Oh, there's so much to do. So much. And that's what we learn in brahmachari life. In brahmachari life, that is only serve Krishna. Sorry, any questions? ¿Hay preguntas? ¿Hay preguntas? ¿Hay preguntas? No? Any question? No. Well, it's the struggle of this world, but beautiful. What Srila Sridhar says, Krishna comes in you, he will not let you go. He will get his way in and he will force you to surrender. Yes, forcefully surrender. Ok, finito.